ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
All right.
And it's been 735 days. Boy, am I hungry.
We have been sitting here this whole time, and none of us thought to go and get food. I don't know what the hell our problem is. Welcome back to This Is Gonna Suck. We're going to pick right up with our Days Gone playthrough because we're actually doing this consecutively for once.
Right.
And even though you guys are going to see them probably a week apart.
Either a week or I'm trying to upload more often, like Wednesdays and Saturdays, but with our psychotic schedules, it's so hard to make that happen.
The problem is, in order to get that much backlog, we have to do like 4 hours every single time we meet up.
And I'm fine with doing that. It's just finding the time. Yeah. It's almost impossible that we're both off at the same time and have the same amount of free time.
Yeah. Having free time at all is just like the biggest grace from God for me. I got the wife and the kids and wrestling and everything else that I've mentioned a billion times on the show. And then, like he said, coordinating with him just to get over here and, as adults, it's really difficult to find time. As adults with jobs, as adults with jobs that aren't rich and have to actually work for a living.
Yeah, right.
It's ridiculously difficult to find time to just sit down and play video games.
To be a hardworking American.
Right. Yeah, we could. You don't get much more blue collar than the This Is Gonna Suck crew. Also, name still tentative.
Yeah. It's still just going up as like Days Gone, Let's Play.
Yeah. It just rolls off my tongue at this point because I've thought about it for so long.
It's a very good name. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about calling a whole channel that.
Yeah.
But like if we do a whole full playthrough of Sekiro or Dark Souls or something that like it's gonna suck. Like we're going to be bad. We are going to suck.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like we can call that like that's gonna suck or this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
But for something like this, is like in my playthrough, I haven't died yet.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even playing on the easiest difficulty. It's just like it's easy to run away from danger.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do that in Sekiro or something, fucking Scorpion comes out of nowhere and get over here.
Yeah, right.
Rips your fucking spine out.
Yeah, it's like I just remember we were there was a time when we were individually playing through Neo. And
yeah, I can fuck off.
Jake was doing a lot more than I was because I was on the road, working at the time. And I don't know if you were without job and or your job was just super easy at the time. I can't remember.
I think we got laid off. So I was I was literally just waiting for my job to say, okay, we got work today, and guess what the fuck didn't happen?
Right.
But for legal reasons, I can't talk about that.
Well, you can't mention the fact
so I got a new one.
Well, you can't mention the fact that it was No.
I would push the envelope, but I don't know how serious they are, and it's just one of those things that I'd rather just forget that part of my life because it turned into hell real quick.
Yeah, it was not pleasant. I remember you being just grumpy all the time.
Yeah.
But, not with me, obviously, because we've always had fun, but,
Situation sucks.
Yeah.
Shitty situations make shitty attitudes.
Indeed, very much so. As we just experienced today, as a matter of fact. Only this time it was on my end, because I'm a cunt.
Well, yeah, but it was more of like... this time it was more of a miscommunication.
Yeah. No, 100%.
One missed LOL can...
Mm-hmm. This is why texting is not the most... Like, anybody that thinks that texting is, like, the pinnacle of conversation is a complete moron.
Supposed to run. I was like, I came out here and I'm looking at the bike. I'm like, why can't I take this bike?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not my bike.
That's not my bike.
So I gotta go back and get my bike.
Yeah, I'm supposed to run.
Fuck that.
But yeah, it makes it pretty...
Kill him!
It makes it pretty easy when, or texting makes it pretty easy to relay very important bullet points, but like when it's the primary method of conversation, it's very easy to miss important details or misconstrue messages.
Yeah.
And that's exactly...
Or just think somebody has an attitude when they don't, or...
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened today, because I do... When I go out on the road,
I thought that said mountain squirrel. I was like, there was a squirrel in that bush?
Right. I just harvested a squirrel.
Sorry, continue.
No, you're good. When I go on the road, I usually do meal prep. I grill a bunch of chicken, chop up some veggies, brown rice, potatoes, whatever. Just anything healthier than fucking McDonald's or fast food, because fast food is gross and it costs money.
Yeah, it costs an arm and a leg if you do it every meal for a week plus.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. This time I'm only going out for a week because I got a wrestling event this Friday, which I'm very, very excited about. Or, sorry, this Saturday. Was it? No, it is Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, you got 2 for this weekend.
Yeah, which I'm very excited about because I'm doing a debuting for a new promotion, which is always fun. And then another one, I'm going for heavyweight championship, so that's going to be another fun thing. Having said all of that, yeah, let's just flail. Let's just flail in the open.
Practicing my knife skills.
But
ninja style.
Yeah. You're just sitting in the background, like everything's quiet, and all of a sudden you hear in the distance, "Hi-ya!" Yeah. No, but so I do meal prep, and having said that, Jake was wondering when we were getting together to do this. So I was like, yeah, I should be able to do some stuff. Obviously we're recording tonight. Should be able to do some stuff. My meal prep should only take an hour if I do it right. I'm trying some new things. And it took me 2 hours because I doubled the recipe, but I neglected to tell him that. And then, so an hour later, when I told him the first thing, he messaged me and said, "Hey, are you coming? Because it's been over an hour." I was like, "Yeah, I had to double the recipe." He's like, "Okay." And then a little bit later, I'm decided, okay, well, before I go, I'm going to fold my clothes. That way, when I get done with this, and my bag's already packed, my meal prep's already done, I can just come home, get comfy, watch TV until I pass out, or hang out with the wife and kids, or whoever's awake still. And so when I'm doing that, then I get another message that's like, "Yo, are you coming, or did you just not don't know how to tell time or some shit?" I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I think I was like,
you made some dumb comment that was hilarious.
I made some joke about time.
It was hilarious,
and
given the context.
The joke part didn't come across, so all I got was "fuck off."
Yeah,
I was like, okay then.
It was hilarious, given that I knew it was the context of a joke. The problem is I didn't, and I very, very much should have. I just missed the LOL at the end of the message because by the time I read it, I was already super pissed off.
Right.
And so it was like, "No, we're going now," and then just rip Jake a new asshole for no reason because he didn't deserve it. But yeah, so that was a fun little gimmick, fun little detour. But we're here now and we're having fun.
I would have broken my knees from that fall.
Yeah, that was you didn't roll or anything. That was just I'm such a badass. My knees can take it.
Yeah.
That's exactly how badassery works. It proportionally makes your body more durable.
Well, there's just
stab that guy in the head real good. Stab that guy in the head better.
All right.
Or beat him to death with a baseball bat. That works too. She's dead.
Get down, idiot.
You guys got a bigger gun than you. Okay.
That's the last of them.
I'll take one to the shoulder to give you one in your head.
You're right. Although that hurt real bad.
Yeah, you're hurting. I don't think you got your shoulder. That was probably a throat shot. But yeah, needless to say, we had a rather hilarious, looking back on it, miscommunication that led to a lot of pointed words that shouldn't have been said. Nonetheless, literally, the funnier part about it was it literally took 0 time to get over.
Because neither one of us really care. It was more of I know your weekend has been hell. We tell you guys about our hectic schedules all the time, but at the end, we already know because we both live it. We both do it. So it's we're stressed out all the time. This is the only time we have decompress and just hang out.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you guys get bored with us talking about our lives and just BSing about random stuff, blow me.
Yeah, basically. You don't understand, man. This is as much for us as it is for you. I mean,
I want to entertain everybody because it's fun, of course.
Yeah.
But I do this for fun.
Well, I thoroughly enjoy the fact that we're being recorded while we do this. But if we weren't, this would be literally no different.
Yeah, right.
We're not changing anything for you guys.
Yeah, we're not putting on a persona or anything.
Yeah, we're not changing anything for you guys, except occasionally some of the shit we talk about. I got yelled at earlier for censorship, which, of course, my response was basically blow me. But because I'm going to say what I want to say. It's just how it is. There are boundaries for sure.
Yeah, it's not like in everyday life we cross those boundaries anyway.
Yeah.
We don't go extreme like anti-Semitic remarks or anything crazy like that.
Yeah, like
why the hell would we?
Yeah, I'm not just gonna start dropping in-bombs for no reason.
Right.
You know, like there's I don't do that anyway. But you know, like that, like yeah, there are boundaries obviously, and some of them I will blow straight past just because for the sake of certain jokes that can be funny. But you know, it's all in good taste, or at least it should.
You don't see me.
At least I want it to be. Maybe it's not in good taste. Maybe you don't agree with me. But if you're offended, you probably needed it.
Yeah.
So,
His head exploded.
Yeah, it did. Did that actually cut his stomach open when you did it too?
Yeah.
It really looked like it was just like slice across and then his stomach opened up.
Yeah, so I gutted him.
That was pretty cool. You need to get real close with an axe again.
Yeah.
To my bike. Getting closer.
Don't care.
Yep, there it was. It's a good thing you got your ninja roll. Oh my. Okay. You just break your axe handle off and shove it in his eye?
broke it in his face.
Wow. This is spectacular, I'm not even gonna lie.
It's really cool. Like I said, I don't think it's winning any awards or anything, but it's a fun game.
Well, zombies at this point are such a taboo, or not taboo, Scott. They're
mainstream.
Literally the exact opposite of taboo.
Opposite.
But, yeah, it's just one of those
People
things
are bored with them.
Yeah, it's been done to death. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can always put a fresh take on something like, you know, in my opinion, this is obviously different. I
like zombies like this, where it's not, they don't call them zombies, they don't shuffle around, they're crazy.
Yeah. I don't necessarily mind I definitely don't mind when people call them zombies because we've had years and years, even in this game, you know, they've probably had years and years of the exact same media that we've had. A lifetime of the same media.
Right, but in this game, I don't think they're like, when you die, you come back. I think it's just, you get infected and go nuts.
Right. No, that's
I think.
That would make more sense. There's I read an interesting article a while ago on how a zombie outbreak could realistically actually happen. I don't believe it ever will, because
probably not.
The conditions that are required for that to take place is so far out there. But on the flip side,
perfect.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that exact same coin, people took it seriously enough that insurances now actually do sell zombie apocalypse insurance. So there you go.
I mean, there was actually this dude that was like, he was going around and pretty much taking advantage of older couples and people in nursing homes.
Yeah.
And saying that, like, he would sell them plots on the moon. Plots of land on the moon, which, of course, he didn't own, because you can't.
Right.
So he was selling the plots on the moon because he knew, or he was convincing them that was our way forward. That people were going to be living on the moon within the next 20 years, and that would be a very good investment for, like, their children, grandchildren, whatever. This guy made, like, $30 million or something insane before they finally caught him and put him in jail.
That is I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a really bad thing. But that's a really good con.
Yeah, if you can pull that shit off.
Like, you are...
This dude sold you a bridge to the moon.
Yeah. Like, never mind how you're going to get there. Like, obviously I can't sell you that. I can't sell you a...
I don't sell rocket ships.
I don't sell rocket ships.
But it's going to be an everyday thing. Yeah. You're just going to hop in your car and say moon, and you're going to be there.
Oh, man.
So why not buy the plot?
That's amazing. How part of me feels kind of sad now that I'm evaluating that, because how detached from reality are these people that they genuinely don't recognize that
they're being had. Like,
not only
sometimes con men, especially here on Earth, are pretty. They can be pretty slick. Like, well, yeah, man, but why don't you upgrade to the extra value meal, like shit like that,
right.
Stuff that's not too out of the realm of possibility.
But no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is not only not to realize that they're being conned. I mean, I believe at some point in the beginning you all think you're being conned, and all the time, you know. But
yeah, that's why I don't trust anyone whenever they say fucking anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you like ice with that? What do you mean ice?
Yeah.
The fuck do you mean ice?
Would
you like ice in your soda? What the fuck do you mean ice? What's that going to cost me?
Yeah. What is soda?
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
I asked for water. Well, yeah. Well, would you like ice in your water? No, fuck you. Keep your ice.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Would
you like lemon? Motherfucker, what did I just say?
What is ice? It's frozen water. Just give me more water.
Yeah.
Trying to sell me a second water? What good is...
Sir, water is free. Free?
What?
I'm free now? I want to speak to your manager.
What good is solid water gonna do me? I said I'm thirsty, motherfucker. Like, what are you... Oh, God. God, we're idiots. No, but, like, not even that you, like, don't realize that you're being conned. How out of touch with reality are you that you don't recognize that we don't even have flying cars, let alone spaceship cars yet? So, getting to the moon...
We're just getting to electric cars.
Right.
That don't explode when you turn the key.
Right. So, getting to the moon in a, like, recreational vehicle within 20 years, I mean, come on. Like
the only way I can think that this happened
maybe I'm wrong.
like,
maybe it'll happen, but, like...
I mean, I'm sure it will someday.
Yeah.
Probably not in our lifetime. Like, not recreationally. I'm sure we're going to start colonizing Mars and, like, other habitable planets before the end of our lives.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be like, yeah, I want to go move to Mars. It's going to be like, no, these are NASA employees, and like they want to, like, it's a very select few, which I would totally sign up for if there was internet and video games, because like there would be nothing to do there other than work your ass off to not die.
Yeah.
And play video games. And
you'd literally be in a living episode or a living playthrough of Metal Gear Survive. By the way, terrible game.
Again, I had fun with because I don't know anything about Metal Gear, but the short like Metal Gear storyline summed up in 5 minutes that I watched on YouTube. Oh yeah,
it's so.
I was like, okay, not much of that made sense, but this is so far out of the realm of that.
Yeah, no.
What the hell?
The thing is, it's so beautiful too, because if you get told about Metal Gear, and anybody on YouTube that's played Metal Gear will know this, but like if you get told about Metal Gear, you're gonna be like, I don't fucking, that sounds dumb. But if you actually,
the story sounds really dumb.
Like when you play through it, it's like, first of all, you're playing a video game that's outside of the realm of possibility, so you suspend disbelief a little bit. But then you're like, when you're playing it, everything that you're doing is physically possible. It's just your enemies that are supernatural. For the most part, I mean, you have like regular human enemies, but then the boss battles are the like superhuman ones. So
like the one dude has a metal arm,
yeah,
and then he dies, but somebody else puts on his arm because they lose an arm, and then he goes evil because the evil was in the arm.
Yeah, no, it's not even a metal arm.
Insane.
It's not even a metal arm. That's just his arm. Here's the thing.
Why use the arm?
Here's the thing. So, God, this is gonna be. I'm trying to explain Metal Gear after just telling.
You don't have to. That's the crazy shit that like.
No,
that's an every game occurrence.
Well, here's the thing with Metal Gear that most people don't understand. If you have a question, the answer is probably nanomachines. because in Metal Gear they actually have perfected nanobots and nanomachines. So, when you reach a superhuman villain, I'm going to use Vamp from Metal Gear Solid 2 because he was my favorite. And 4, by the way, but still beside the point. When you reach a superhuman villain who can, I don't know, say, throw knives across the room, ricochet them off walls into people's faces, and then walk on water, also take gunshots to the head, and then revive himself.
It's kind of impressive.
When you reach a superhuman villain like that, who also happens to drink other people's blood, the reason that he can do that is because he has nanobots flowing through and around his entire body. So that when he stands on water, the nanobots go to work underneath his feet to keep him afloat. And it's kind of cool. It's really cool. So like and he can literally dance on water and walk on railings and shit. It's really cool. So if you have a question, the answer is probably nanomachines, which I assume is the same thing that happened with the guy's arm. It's basically what happened.
Why didn't they just make him a new arm out of the nanomachines? Why did he need an actual arm?
It was an emergency surgery because he got it cut off with a samurai sword.
But no, you're wrong.
Again, you suspend disbelief. You just kind of let things happen and go, huh, okay. And then after that, you follow along and it becomes really interesting. But yeah, there were two snakes. They were clones, solid and liquid.
This is probably the most helpful thing in the
field repair. I bet. Yeah,
you can, because like the melee weapons and shit, they break after 4 or 5 hits.
Oh Jesus!
Or 4 or 5 kills, maybe.
Okay.
If you're lucky. So being able to fix them, especially if you have like a fireman's axe,
Oh, yeah.
really helpful.
I can't picture a fireman's axe break. I really wish...
No, but it does.
I love the games like this that utilize melee combat to such an effective degree. But at the same time, I really wish
It makes
they had...
no sense.
Yeah, I wish they had a different system in place for each weapon. You know, a different damage or breaking system
Yeah,
in
like
place
they
for
have
each weapon.
they have weapons in here that are like lawnmower blades wrapped in duct tape, so you have a handle.
Yeah.
That I would believe would break because it's a piece of shit and just rusted.
You kind of just put two things together and hope it would hold.
It's a Dead Rising weapon.
Yeah.
So I totally understand that, but this, like, his boot knife is completely, like, indestructible.
Yeah.
Which, sure, probably very well made, but his boot knife would break before a fireman's axe.
And probably before a giant lawnmower blade, in all honesty.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, if you wrap
it depends what kind of knife, because he could have, like a K-bar army knife.
Yeah.
Those things are nuts.
Yeah. I was actually just looking into one of those not too long
I almost
ago.
got scammed by those guys. Like, I almost worked for them.
Really?
Yeah.
Selling door-to-door knife salesman?
Yes!
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I went to an entire week of orientation, and I was their top performer because I'm a decent salesman. Just because I've been in, at the time I was in retail since like I was my first job.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they were like, "Yeah, no, we really want you to come work for us, and we want you to lead the group, and like, could you come in 4 hours early on Friday? This is all unpaid, by the way. Could you come in 4 hours early on Friday, and could you bring watermelons and limes and peaches and mangoes and shit, like just a whole bunch of fruit and food to cut with our knives so you really understand how they work." I was like, okay, well, do I get a knife? Like, are you giving me a knife set or anything? Well, once you get through our training program and once you pay for your first knife set,
oh, man.
and then you work for us for a year and you make us $100,000, then you get to pick one knife. I was like,
Hey, so hang on, I'm making you $100,000 and then getting a knife?
yeah, right. It's
I'm paying...
after buying my own knife set to sell. It's like, are you? I was sketchy about it from the start.
Yeah.
But then, like, I really needed a job at the time,
Shit,
so
man,
I
I've
stuck
been there.
through it, and I was still living at my mom's because I was underage,
Right.
and yeah, underage selling knives, whatever.
I would have been hilarious.
Already sketchy,
Yeah.
but like, but my mom was like, I told my mom when I came home one day, I was like, I don't trust these guys. Like, they all seem really nice, but like, the dude looked like the original Wolf of Wall Street. Like, what's his name?
Not Leo DiCaprio, but...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his... I only know him as Hank Pym.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
But like him... I'm trying to figure out where this enemy is.
You're supposed to be looking for a generator, but...
I know.
Oh, there's a dead chick.
Holding
a very seductive pose.
The boss guy literally looked like him. He wore, like, suit pants with suspenders. Never wore a jacket over it. Slicked back greaser hair. Like, he looked like Joe Pesci impersonator.
Yeah, you just look sleazy at that.
Exactly.
Not sleazy, shady, for sure.
No, he looks sleazy. Like,
shit.
Like, you can look shady, but then still be legit.
Yeah.
This guy just looks sleazy. Like,
that's no good. That's no good.
Like, he was a mob lawyer or something.
Yeah, I know exactly the kind of guy you're talking about. My, boy, I really hope nobody from work sees this. My boss, actually, he doesn't look sleazy in all honesty. He's a very, very hardworking guy. But, supposedly, and of course I know absolutely no idea how much of this is true. Supposedly,
allegedly,
he runs a couple of different... I know he runs a couple of different businesses, but supposedly, once a month or so, somebody from, like, Chicago who is dressed to the nines with an entourage, like, to the point where this guy walks in, sits at the head of the table, and then there's one guy on either side of him, and then his wife and kids. Like, his wife and kids don't sit next to him at all. And, he shows up, eats a free meal, whatever he wants, and then money changes hands between my boss and him, and he just takes his entire entourage and leaves. That's like once a month this happens. So my boss doesn't make people disappear, but apparently he knows people that do. So, I don't know. Again, I don't know how much of this is true. I have no visible...
Allegedly, and you don't know where we work, and we're not going to tell you.
Right.
We're not making any accusations, and I refuse to testify in court.
Right, yeah, 100%. Like, I've seen nothing. I've heard whispers. None of them are enough to get me...
Also, I work with a bunch of drunk people, so who knows?
Like, none of them are enough to get me axe murdered or stuffed in a trunk somewhere. So keep that in mind, and then if you ever hear this, just remember, I know nothing. But yeah, that's supposedly a thing, so I've been trying very
Shit.
like, very hard to, in my head, figure out ways into the quote-unquote family without without getting murdered, because I know that I would make a ton of money. Oh, God. Ow! Ow! You're treating her like the mob boss. Well, not the mob boss. The guy that works for the mob boss, because he doesn't have to get his hands dirty.
You did now. Thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't lying when it said your boot knife was weak but indestructible.
Yeah, it takes forever to kill something with that thing.
Unless you, like, sneak kill it, apparently.
What is this?
What is that?
It's a table leg.
Stool leg.
I'm gonna... I have... Oh, you got rid of it. I was gonna repair the axe I had. Well, I mean, I'll pick this up because it's better than nothing.
Right, yeah. Might as well walk around with something that can beat somebody to death. Faster than your fucking boot knife.
Yeah. 16 stabs later. Paper cut you to death.
Generator started. That's cool because we can't hear it.
Yeah.
Sterile bandages,
Close this because fuck that. Whoa.
You almost closed yourself out of it. Yeah, you got a first aid kit. What do you know? There's got to be more in here, right?
Yeah, there is. There's an empty bottle.
There's a dead man. Right. This is pretty cool. I love the fact that it gives you such, like... I mean, this is a stupid thing to enjoy, really, but I love clear-cut objectives in video games.
Yeah.
Like, anytime that it's like, here, go here, and then you're just supposed to figure out what to do based on your, whatever situation. I absolutely hate that. But, like, when this one's literally like, go here, look for a generator, and then find supplies. Oh, great. Okay.
Got it. Oh, goddamn. So...
Your controller volume just came on?
You can't turn it off. You can't, like most games, if your controller, for the PS4, love it, love everything, except the controller. Controller feels great in your hands. Why the hell is there a touchpad? Why the hell are they continuing to develop for the touchpad?
The touchpad's a little touchy, yeah.
Well, and why is there a speaker?
Yeah.
Nobody ever needs a speaker.
I do like the headphone jack. That's pretty cool.
The headphone jack's, yeah, that's totally fine.
But
that should just come, like, standard.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, there's this stupid speaker. Not on, like, if I'm playing this at night, like I was the first time, and Crystal was sleeping next to me, and I was just playing this, and then I didn't know, because I never fuck with it, my speaker volume was on full.
Oh, yeah.
But I was playing really quietly, so all of a sudden it was like, soft gunshot, soft gunshot. Oh, a micro recorder. Help! For the love of God, stop it! It's like, okay, can we fucking not?
Oh, God. Oh, that made me happy.
Yeah, and for this game, for some reason...
Look at the wavelength.
Oh, yeah, it's totally blown up. But, but for this game, in the options, for whatever reason, there's no option to,
oh, God.
Like, you can't turn it off. You can change, like, what kind of speakers you have, but not for the...
Hold the PS button.
Well, I don't want to.
Well, oh, yeah, you're right. Well, we'll try to fix that between...
Yeah, I'll just turn it off.
Videos, but, like, oh, that is...
But, yeah, so now you guys know my pain.
It's so funny. Soft gunshot. Soft gunshot. Help, for the love of God, son! Oh...
Well, I mean, that's a pretty good place to stop for the night.
That's a great place to stop. We're gonna move on to our next episode, but yeah. On that note, I think you may have just created our first running joke. Like, I'm just gonna wait for things to happen and just start screaming "Help for the love of God!"
For the love of God and all that is holy.
Dude, okay, I got a story to tell you about that when we come back. So, stick around for the next...
Yes, stay tuned for the story.
Yeah, stick around for the next Days Gone episode if you
I shouldn't have auto-saved that. Whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Stick around for the next Days Gone episode if you give a shit about my story. And if not, stick around anyway because we love you. Alright, see you soon.
Bye, everybody.